got it. Dismiss. Okay. Two watching. What's up, guys? What's happening? All right. We're going to go all messages visible. It's been a minute since we've done a live chat. What we're going to do today is talk about questions that have been asked. We're going to answer them today. We're also going to talk about leather patches today. We're going to be talking about DTF. We're going to talk about the new ESENTL website that's coming. So a lot of things that are going to be happening. And we're also, let me show you real quick. Where did I put it? I put it somewhere. Well, let me think about where I put it. We're going to be talking about the latest hot peel that we have that is finally coming out. This thing's going to blow your guys' mind, this new DTF hot peel. We're taking it to Impressions 2024. It is going to blow the tops off of everybody's lids. So this is going to be one of the greatest products coming out for 2024. Heck, even now, it's already banging. So chilling. William McKinney, one of my best subscriptions of the year. Thanks for all the education and tips. Hey, no problem, guys. Thanks for just coming on and watching. It lets me know you guys are still here and you care. Creative TV was good. I tried your settings on the Cricut Explorer for the Siser 360 and I'm still having issues with the cutting through the backing. Are you using the cardboard settings? So with the Cricut, I don't think I have the Explorer. I have the basic Cricut, the one like you buy at that Michael's or even Costco has them now. The cardboard setting where you turn the dial is what worked for me when it came to cutting Siser brick. Siser brick, it's a tough product to get through. So you gotta really explore with the different settings. I know there's kind of limited. I found videos on YouTube for cutting Siser brick 600, but cardboard setting is what worked for me. When it came to a Cameo, sometimes the manual blade worked best for me on the Cameo silhouette instead of the auto blade. So you might want to do that. What I'm going to be doing here pretty soon, I haven't yet, just to the left of me over here. If you're watching, it looks like it's to the right, but to the left of me over here is the big boy laser engraving machine. I'm going to be cutting Siser brick patches for everybody coming here pretty soon. So this is where really tricked out high-end detail will really come into play with Siser brick, and you're not going to be ripping through blades trying to cut, Siser brick. I mean, try cutting 50 patches of Siser brick with a blade. I mean, you're going to be ripping through a lot of blades, and somewhere through all of those patches that you're trying to make, maybe for hats or apparel, it's just going to dull the heck out of the blade. So definitely, we're going to get into some Brick 600 here soon, because I do want to start doing patches with Brick 600 incorporated with leather. We're doing a lot of leather patches. This is our thick 5-ounce leather, guys, that we have. This is our cognac, and it features our special Grip Tech heat applied adhesive for leather. So this stuff is a beast when it comes to leather, or anything. We're also going to be selling this to go even on acrylic for acrylic hat patches. What you're seeing here is a 5-ounce veg tan leather, and this is a veg tan leather as well, but you see that shininess, that's the adhesive on the back for that thick leather. So we want to get into stuff like that, but I'm going to go through and answer questions, guys. If you are here for the first time, welcome. We're an online work from home print shop here. We do everything online now. I mean, that's where it's at for me. Got my imitation Red Bull right here from Aldi's. We're just, knocking it out, trying to get some stuff done, expanding the shop, making things bigger, and trying to focus in on a niche. So what we're doing is at least for me this year, I'm going to be focusing on DTF transfers for you guys. They're going to be some of the best pricing that you guys have seen, some of the best quality. If you've gone back and looked at some of the videos we've done, we've really kind of honed in on the type of DTF transfer that we thought was the best, only to find that other ones were actually better. So that's the cool thing, is we're now coming at you guys in 2024 with the new hot peel 10 seconds. It's a 10-second hot peel at 280 degrees or 275. That's unheard of, and we've been able to bang it out and get it super low. Fantastic on polyester. This DTF hot peel on polyester, I just hit it the other day at 240 degrees at the same time, 10 seconds. Absolutely phenomenal product for polyester and you know, spandex type material. But we're going to go ahead and go through some of the questions that have been asked before, so bear with me. If you guys got other questions about maybe leather hat patches or apparel stuff, you know, feel free to answer. I just built a nice little table that is right in front of me, so I went to Harbor Freight, got me a little stool, so I'm going to be putting that together while we're dealing with this, you know. So if you want to just chat, hey, we're here for a minute. So we're going to go through and answer some questions. So let's get it on real quick. Okay, let's see here. Split the screen. Okay, so we're going to take it back a ways. It's been a minute since I've been able to be on because I've been so busy developing the website. But the new website is going to have it to where you guys can now design your own custom apparel on the website itself. Same thing with hat patches. You'll be able to design your hat patches on the website with either uploading your files or using our online designer setup, where you can use, you know, different types of files that are on there. But throughout the year, I'm going to be educating you guys on how to actually design and how to set up your files for DTF, how to do knockout, how to set up your files for leather hat patches. You know, when you're doing cool custom leather patches, you know, you really can get creative when it comes to leather patches, you know. So these are just some patches we just created and got out yesterday. So some of the questions we got here. So this is for everybody who's ever asked a question lately. You're now going to get that question answered. Yes. All right. So here's what we got going on with that. All right. So a lot of you guys have had questions, and you're not the only one, creative, how to line up patches on your hats. Okay. We already have, and we sell that solution. So here we go. This is what we're now featuring on our website. We have the hat patch guide. So this is the tool that you'll want to line up your patches, so that when you put your hat on your machine, okay, you could put that on your hat, and it has these little lines right here on the side that line up with the seam of the panel. So you would line that up on both sides, okay, line that up on both sides, and then you know you are perfectly centered with this, and then from there you could center up your patch on your hat. So this is the first model that we've made. We've even got a little cool, you know, little hole that we've put here so you can kind of hang it next to your machine when you're not using it. So this is the solution I think you're looking for. This is the first of its kind. We're the first ones to create and you know, have this design ready to go. So it's made out of our custom leather, and it's engraved with a nice ruler system on the guide. So this is what I'd highly recommend that you purchase. If you need one of these, contact me. You guys can easily get a hold of me for now. Since the website is not up, you can contact me on Instagram at Essential Brand. So same as our channel, ESENTL brand. So you can contact me directly to be able to get a hold of one of these. We also have the silicone pads that we've created. Let me find those real quick. So we now have the silicone pads for the hats that we're also going to be selling on our website. So these are custom shaped and they have the name Essential on them. So these were custom designed specifically for Essential. So you could see that on there. So the rubber silicone is now perfectly shaped for the hats, and we've tested these specifically on all kinds of hats, from Decky to Yupong to Richardson, even Pitbull caps. We've tested them all, from foam to trucker to baseball style caps, to see and make sure they fit. So why would you want this? Because it fits perfectly, and it fits the curve of the hat perfectly and just protects everywhere that it needs to protect. So when you have this on your hat, when you're actually applying the heat to your hat, you also have the bill protector here, which you would then apply to the hat. Now when you look at that hat, it is perfectly protected all the way around. So between that and the patch guide, you're pretty much set up to never ruin a hat, okay? So as long as I've been doing this, I've always utilized the silicone, but I've always, cut it myself. These are perfectly cut. They're laser cut on these so that they fit your hats flawlessly. So between that and the guide, that's what I would recommend to make sure, one, your patches are always lined up right. With that guide, it wouldn't matter what hat you're doing. They're going to line up because you're basing it on the seams right here. These seams is what you would go off of, not this, to center your patches, because this is how you center up everything. This could be off by a 1/4 inch, and that would throw your patch off a 1/4 inch. So when it comes to getting professional results, those tools right there will be the way to go. You can buy the silicone protection mats in a kit, or you can buy them individually, and then you can purchase the guides, as well. So that's what I would recommend, creative. Go ahead and get a hold of me on Instagram, and then I can get you set up with that and get it shipped out to you right away. Because man, it's crazy how many people I since I made the video for the first time showing the bill protectors, how many people have bought in the silicone based on that to be able to protect their stuff. Hit me up, either email me or hit me up on Instagram, creative. The website is not up yet. It's up. EssentialPrintSupply.com is what it'll be called. So EssentialPrintSupply, all one word.com. But it's not live yet. It'll probably be live in another couple of weeks. All right, so let's see here. We're just going to start here. So Mr. Carlitos Way 80 says, you have a video on DTF pressing on this hat press, looking to maybe purchase one. So what he's referring to is the 360 IQ hat press with the dual heat platens. That is the one, and that is the only one I'll recommend for now. Now, here's what I do know. There is a new hat press that is coming out. It is a no crazy name brand hat press, but it looks identical to the Hotronix 360 IQ hat press. Identical. Except the face of it, instead of being, octagon shaped, it's got a round display. I don't have the name of it yet. I've seen it, and we'll probably see about selling it, but it comes in at just around $1,000 for a dual platen heated hat press. I have a feeling that when this comes out, it's going to hurt Stahls quite a bit, because some people that I already know that have released it have sold out overnight 150 units, just like that. But the drawback to it is that it doesn't have the programmable settings. So the price of the Hotronix 360 IQ is an extra $850 now from that one that would cost you $1,000. So it boils down to one thing. Do you need to have software where you could program it into the unit itself? The Fusion IQ software has built-in software to program different types of material, from leather to vinyl to DTF to faux leather. Whatever you're doing patch-wise, you could program those different settings to where all you got to do is hit that setting and boom, you're off and running. It heats up to those settings and you're good to go. You don't have to constantly be adjusting this, adjusting that, which really isn't a pain in the butt. But if $850 just to have that feature now is crazy, hey, you can punch that stuff in manually and call it a day. I'm pretty sure it might have some type of, programmability, maybe presets. I don't know too much as far as the software goes, but I would think that it would just be a matter of software, to really create something like that. So yes, for now, I would say if you want the best of the best, truly the Hotronix 360 IQ that I feature in my videos, and I will be doing an updated video on it. It's been a long time coming since I have. It's been one of the greatest machines that I've ever used. Do I hate the price of it? Absolutely. I stinking hate the price of what they've done with that hat press, going from $11.99 when it first released, and a few years later, or less than a few years later, it's all the way up to $18.50. It went $11.99 to $12.50 to $14.50 to $16.50 to $18.50. It's like they couldn't make up their mind on how much money they wanted to take from people, and figured $18.50 is good. We'll see if they raise it more. But now that this was coming out, it might hurt them a bit. Who knows? But I'm glad I bought mine at $14.50, even at that price. I couldn't complain. It made its money back, with the first hat order that I had. So definitely, look into that. Mr. Carlito's Way. Look into that hat press. I definitely go that route. The Hive Gaming 7144. Saw the video on 3D Siser 600 vinyl. Will that setting work on a Cricut Maker 3? So same question that you had created, was the, I believe was the brick. Siser 360, and I'm having issue. I don't know what the 360 is. I thought you meant 600. I've never heard of 360. Siser 360, unless you meant 600. Let's see here. I don't know the Hive Gaming. I don't know if that setting is virtual down the line. I personally prefer the Cameo Silhouette. If you're going to get a cutter, the Cameo Silhouette, I think you're able to dial in things a little bit better, and you get a bigger workspace when it comes to the cutting board, and the fact that you can put 15-inch rolls on that machine itself is pretty cool, and one of the reasons why you should go from Cricut to Cameo. Plus the software for Cameo Silhouette is way better. They have a business edition. I believe it's $100. I don't know if it's more now, but they have a business edition software with Silhouette when you buy the Cameo that you can purchase, where you're able to save all your files to your actual computer. So if you're working with a lot of clients and doing a lot of designs with vinyl or stuff with the Cameo, I would highly recommend that you go with the, sell that thing or take it back, whatever, and go with the Silhouette Cameo, just because of the software. It's way better. I have them both, and once I got the Cameo, I stopped using the Cricut. Now the Cameo sounds horribly disgusting when it cuts. It sounds like something's wrong with it, but there isn't, compared to the Cricut, which is typically pretty quiet. But that's what I would recommend here when it comes to that. So Hive Gaming 7144, question answered. Let's see here. Kevin Mortensen, have you ever used Brick 1000 on caps? Love your vids all the way from Hawaii. Hey, right on, bro. Man, send me an authentic Loco Moco from Hawaii, bro. It's been a minute since I've had an authentic Loco Moco in Hawaii. I've never cut Brick 1000. So the difference between the 1000 and the 600, you're talking 600 microns versus 1000 microns. So 1 millimeter, which is almost 1 millimeter is almost as thick as this silicone right here. This silicone I think is 1.3 millimeters. A lot of Siser kind of went a different direction. So I think they started discontinuing the Brick 1000 because what they were finding was it was very hard to cut it, especially with like the silhouette, for example. You had to use the deep cut blade in order to really cut through it. And even then, you know, a lot of people were having issues after so many, you know, cuts with it. Shoot, if I had Brick 1000, I would cut it on my laser engraving machine. You know, I would cut that stuff all day long, you know, and get some really good detail. I think if I'm going that route, you know, when it comes to Siser brick, I'm just going to probably end up going faux leather, or I'm going to do the 5 millimeter real leather, you know, where you're going to get that thickness. I would start looking into some other stuff that you can do when it comes to getting that type of dimension. But the cool thing is about brick that it has that rubber look, that rubber silicone look, which is pretty cool, and why I personally like it. I will be doing some more videos featuring that. So no, I've never used it. If I'm going to be doing thick stuff like that, you know, the Brick 600 is cool for me. I mean, the reason why they went 600 because it was a more universal material that you could cut all the way down the line, you know, with all these different machines. You know, you can use like the auto blade, you know, and the regular blades that come with these machines. So definitely not, if you can still get it though, I mean, it's cool stuff, you know, it'll have a nice thing. But I think when you can utilize, like, for example, when you could take a leather patch, you know, and you can put Brick 600 on top of a leather patch, you know, or do something creative where you maybe even doing the faux leather with Brick 600. You know, these are the kind of things that we're going to be doing at Essential Print Supply, is creating customized patches like that. We're going to be doing more videos that feature custom patches like that for 2024. I promise you. Patches is going to be the niche for all of that year. But yeah, definitely a popular product, especially when you get the black on black. Oh man, this stuff is just sweet. All right, next question. What's the name Yupong hat? The Richardson 112. What is the Yupong style name? They only have one when it comes to the Yupong and the Richardson. Yupong has a 5 and a 6 panel trucker. It's a classic. I want to say it's a 60 series type hat. If you just look up 5 panel trucker Yupong, it's going to be right there. They have a curved and a flat bill. Most of the ones that I use are the flat bill. Yupong has a really nice high crown too when it comes to their truckers. Compared to the Richardson 112, we created that video. They're almost identical as far as how they look. Feel wise though, they're just a little different. I think the Richardson is definitely more comfortable than the Yupong. But Richardson also brands the living daylights out of that hat. I think they must have like maybe 5 different areas where they brand that hat. You know, I can understand why it's costing so much to buy that hat versus another hat, because of all the branding that you're paying for that's invested into every single hat when it comes to Richardson. But you get what you pay for with Richardson, you know, plain and simple. I think, you know, there'll be some other hats. One I'm wearing now, this is the Decky 5 panel hats. These things are mind-blowing. I love these hats. They have a really nice crown. They have a nice bill. They're super clean, beautiful colors, a lot of great inventory that's always in stock. That's something we're going to be rocking on our patches. But yeah, you could probably go, you know, West Side 4842, SNS Activewear. You know, just look in 5 panel and 6 panel Yupong. Look by brand, search by brand, and you'll definitely find them, you know, right there. They only make so many hats, you know, when it comes to their series. They have very specific styles. You know, some have mesh, you know, trucker style. Some are all, you know, full on wool. But yeah, let's see here, Mr. Plumson. I was excited to try the neon DTF transfers, but couldn't make an account because Supreme is asking for a business license number. Yes, sir. They will definitely ask for a wholesale license when it comes to ordering on Supreme Screen Supply, or now what they're going being referenced as, they're going back to Supreme Screen Service, because Supreme Screen Supply does provide services like wholesale screen printing, wholesale embroidery, stuff like that. So if you're going to their website, you will need a wholesale license, but that's where my site is going to come into play, Essential Print Supply, because now you're going to be able to order those same exact transfers, the Supreme Color Series, without a wholesale license. So yes, they will cost you slightly, you know, more, but you're not going to have to go out and get a wholesale license in order to be able to do that. Now, those of you watching, if you're located in Cali or you're going to be at the Long Beach Convention Center for Impressions 2024, we will be there. Okay, myself and Pat from Supreme Screen Service will be there. And if you ever want to get an account and don't have a wholesale license, guess what? That'll be the time to do it, because most of the times, and I'm not guaranteeing this, but most of the times Pat will waive you having a wholesale license, you know, there at the show. We'll sign you up, we'll get you going, and he'll approve you on the spot, and then you're good. So if you're in Cali, good for you. Go to the show, get hooked up, get a connection. We just kind of hope that after a minute, you go out there and get your wholesale license, because if you're a print designer, print shop, doing stuff from home, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you should have a wholesale license, period. You get your shirts cheaper, you get your hats cheaper, and now you get your DTF transfers cheaper. But I promise you guys, even on my website, we're pricing the stuff that doesn't require a wholesale license still the best on the market when it comes to like those big companies. You know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. All the major players that are doing transfers today, we do look at their pricing and we kind of compare our quality to theirs, and then we adjust accordingly. But we also think about you guys, the print shops, that you guys should get a good deal. So that's what we're doing. Thoughts on auto hats? Auto is hit or miss. I mean, quite honestly, they're hit or miss. I like auto. Auto's not too far from me. It's like 30, 35 minutes from me. Beautiful setup there. They do have some cool styles. They got so much to choose from. But here's the honest truth about auto. Like, when it comes to ordering stuff from them, their stuff has just always been hit or miss. Like, their quality has just never really impressed me. Like, it looks one way at a show, and then sometimes when you get it in real life, you know, it's either the sewing is off or the fit doesn't look right, or it looks like it's in between overseas and mid quality. It's a very hit or miss you know, place to get hats. I mean, I'm if I'm being honest, I mean, I'm not trying to knock them, but the thing is, here's the thing. I guess this is for any company, period, when it comes to hats. Okay, you have to do your due diligence on buying samples every time you purchase hats. So say this customer orders 5 hats, order 2 or 3 hats that you might like, one of each. Okay, so at least you get the quality and you get to understand what certain hats look like. Case in point, I just purchased these hats from Decky. I got one of each color because I physically wanted to know what they look like. So these are the new Decky perforated style hats with the perforated laser holes, and then they have the little golf bands. But they have the different colors. Now, you a lot of times see this hat right here with the perforated holes. You see these with companies like Malin. Okay, if those of you have ever heard of Malin hats, or you like Salt Mafia crew or whatever, you know, fishing, surfing style hats, 80, 85 bucks a pop for those hats, for that style right there. Those are super popular. I'm always buying hats, guys. I'm always buying one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these. I might buy a flex fit hat. I might buy a trucker hat over here, a flat panel woven over here. I might buy a curved panel cotton twill over here. Buy the ones that you think you might sell so you could see the quality. And buy them from different companies. You got Decky, you got Otto, you got SNS Activewear, Yupong, you've got Pitbull Caps. Some of their stuff might be great, some of their stuff might not. Now, I'll tell you one thing, when it comes to Otto, their foam truckers, bar none, the best foam truckers. Nobody beats Otto when it comes to this very particular model foam trucker hat, period. And I've tried to compare them to like Decky, their foam truckers, to find that they win. So certain companies will win over other companies. So in my opinion, Decky might make one of the best truckers that's out there versus, you know, cost-wise. But when it comes to me, I look more at how readily available is a hat. I don't want to buy a hat from a company if they're always sold out. I'm not doing that. I want a company that can hold inventory, and when I need it, I can buy it. Okay, maybe they might every now and again be out of a certain color, but I'm not trying to go on a wholesale website and they're out of all 50 colors. That's just dumb. I'm not doing that, and I'm not going to be buying from somebody who's hoarding all the hats only to market up the price on you. So I find that finding the middle ground is where it's at. But Decky has been surprising the living daylights out of me lately when it comes to their hats. So looking at Decky, Pitbull Cap is another company where they're hit or miss, but most of their stuff is high-end quality. Let me show you a Pitbull Cap. All right, so this is one of their 7 panels. Now, I've tried 7 panels from both Richardson. I've tried 7 panels from Otto. Bar none, I mean, Pitbull Caps has one of the best 7-panel caps, period, and some of the best prices, and they got some killer color. Now, the only drawback I will say to Pitbull Caps, they're a great company, but they're so lacking in colors. You know, like you can't get these in like solid style colors hardly. And some of the stuff they have is really cheesy. Like they have a shiny camo. What guy is gonna wear a shiny camo? You know, a silver shiny camo hat. What guy is gonna wear? They have this new hat that came out. You know, it's got this weird green visor type thing. It's like nobody's wearing that. You know, it's like, and they still have yet to get a really nice. They just got some perforated laser style ones, but they're still lacking in the 5-panel department. To me, in this day and age, 5-panel hats should be more invested in when it comes to patches. Let's see here. Last question. Someone said if you hit the Brick 600 with a press for, say, 10 seconds with a Teflon sheet, you get a semi-gloss instead of matte, and you're spot on with black on black. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it might be true, especially if the Teflon sheet is the shiny, the shiny kind. That might be the case. I haven't really messed with that or seen that. I mean, the story behind Brick 600 is that it's supposed to have that matte finish. So yeah. I mean, did it do it? Have you tried it? I mean, that's pretty cool if it's doing that to where the sides have a matte finish and then the top is like a polish. I mean, that would be pretty cool. But we're definitely going to get more into Brick 600 this year because it's a really cool product. I really like it. I live next to Otto, so for me, it's a convenience. It's weird. It's like they're taking forever. Oh, there we go. I live next to Otto, so for me, it's convenient. But you're right. It's hit and miss. I got a bad batch about a month ago and replaced the hats. Yeah, yeah. There hasn't been a whole lot of hats that impressed me. Like, even their flex fits, like they have certain, they had a certain style that I liked at the impression show, or at GPX. So we were at GPX and they had a certain style there that I really liked. But then when I ordered it online and got it, it just looked totally different. It's like they put the best of the best on their display rack. And then when I got them, like there was so many inconsistencies with the sewing. That's been my main thing, is like a lot of the sewing has like been off on a lot of their hats, but or they just look funky on the sides. To me, it's important like how the sides look when it comes to hats. You know, it's like for me, I love the shape of this Decky hat. I mean, it's just a great shape. You know, it fits my personal head good. And then I'm always a stickler about making sure there's enough buttons in the back. And with Decky, I get that. Like Decky hats are big head friendly. All right, so back to some other questions that people have been asking. We did a video about how to build canopies. So people were asking about, you know, how to make canopy weights. If you vend and you have a pop-up canopy, how to weight that sucker down. Well, I had a video that showed how to build some custom weights to weight that canopy down about 100 pounds. So he said, nice, bro. Good job. Could I convert a 7800 printer to DTF? Absolutely, you can. Plenty of parts out there to do it, and a lot of companies offer conversion parts to be able to convert that machine. Speaking of converting and DTF, although we're not going to be converting DTF, how many of you watching, if you're a shop, are interested in wanting to know more about how to incorporate a DTF machine into your shop that, one, is industrial kind of ready, but it's affordable enough to where you can have it in your shop. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's user friendly. If you guys are interested in that, post in the comments. I want to hear your you know, thoughts on having a nice DTF machine in your place of business that, you know, won't break the bank, but it'll kind of be able to help you make money, especially if you're doing DTF on hats. Boy, oh boy, this machine will make you some serious money. I think that's where DTF thrives. Man, with DTF, you can make some killer hats that are full color prints, and even incorporating DTF on leather patches or faux leatherette. Oh man, dude, it's just, that's such a creative market right there. Let's see here. Right now it's been beanie season. Everybody's liking my beanie video. Was very helpful. TSFNH said, very helpful. I was using my hat press to do beanies. I think this is way better. The pressure is key. If you're doing beanies, yes, do not use your hat machine to do beanies. You're going to burn them. You're going to scorch them. The pressure on a hat press is way different than the pressure on a heat press. If you want to learn how to do beanies, watch my video on adding patches to beanies, because it shows you the process. You know, put your beanie on the press. Like, for example, you know, we have these beanies here, these little slouch beanies. So we put these beanies on the press, and then we'll, most of the time, put a silicone mat, okay? A silicone mat over the beanie so it protects it, okay? And now with, you know, different types of beanies coming out, that makes it better to where it doesn't scorch the nylon or whatever fabric. So definitely a market for beanies during the winter time. Then I made a video on how to get rid of the hat gap. So when you're putting your hat on your your hat press, you have that little hat gap. You do not want hat gap when you're pressing patches or you're pressing DTF on hats. It will ruin your hat. It will crinkle it. It will put wrinkles on the sides. You will destroy your hat. So people, Loving that one. Said, wow, thanks. Other person said, thanks for the time to share your videos. They are the best. Next one. Hey, just subbed. Can you please post the links to the parts you were ordering? Some were here so I could see what I need. I didn't order all the parts. When it came to converting that DTF machine, I actually went away from wanting to convert the DTF machine. So no, we're not converting DTF machines anymore. Here, I sold those off. If we're doing DTF, we're just buying machines that are designed for DTF, period. So that's what we're doing now, and that's what we're going to be showing soon is DTF machines. So we just got the brand new Prestige R2 DTF system in here in the shop, and we have the matching Seismo 11 shaker that goes with it. So these came from Pro World. It's their kind of combo deal. And what I like about this system is that having this system in place is great because you're able to do a lot of things by having a DTF system in your shop. Okay, it's one to have the big, huge machines, the 24 and the 48-inch printers, but this one here, it's a 13-inch printer, and it takes rolls. So it's an industrial 13-inch roll printer that will just take that roll and it'll print all day long. It's a dual head 13-inch printer, and it has the shaker unit that will shake, dry, cure all at the same time. And each of these, I believe the shaker is maybe, I want to say 48 inches long. And the printer itself, I think, is only like maybe 18 inches or so. We'll have the dimensions because I'm going to be doing an unboxing of both of these products. They're just sitting right over there in the shop. But that's going to be a cool system because I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, what type of machine do you recommend for doing DTF, from home, or from, your home shop, whatever. Right there, that's what I would recommend. So that's the one I went for. You could go A4, which is 8.5 by 11, but I did not want to do that. And my reasoning behind that is because I don't really do 8.5-inch prints. I don't. I'm a bigger dude. So even if I'm doing bigger shirts, 2XL, XL, 3XL, 4XL, I mean, I'm putting a minimum 14, 15-inch, hit on that. So for the price of what I paid for this combo package, ready to go, just got to set it up and go. It comes with ink, it comes with the purifier machine, it comes with the shaker, dryer, it comes with the printer, and it's capable of printing 160 prints a day like nothing. So it'll handle industrial printing, from home to where you can do what you got to do and have great results. This was great. So with that being said, that'll be an unboxing that's coming. Creative says, have you ever pressed puff vinyl on a Pro Club Heavy? And if so, can you elaborate? Here is my thoughts on puff vinyl. I don't like it. I really don't. It's a great product. Let me rewind that. I don't like the vinyl versions of puff vinyl. I just don't. The results are so whack, and they're so unstable when it comes to the vinyl versions of any puff. I don't care what puff it is. I don't like the vinyl. Now, one I will recommend that I did a video on, look back and you'll probably find it, is from 613 Originals. At Impressions last year, they were releasing their hot peel puff vinyl, and it blew my mind. I mean, they hit it for the amount of seconds it required, peeled it. It was the baddest, puffiest stuff I've ever saw. I think if you're going to do any puff, that'd be the route I would go. 613 Originals puff vinyl. They've got it down. And it's a actual screen print vinyl. It's not it's a screen print transfer puff. It's not a vinyl is what I'm meaning to say. So I would do that on a Pro Club heavy. I mean, Pro Club is typically all cotton. You know, but you wouldn't have a problem even if it was a blend, a 50-50 or whatever, 60-40. So yeah, I think you'll get better results going that route. And what's cool about 613 is you can even do the large prints with them, which is really cool. I like it because it's one thing for them to be doing it at a show, right? They give you the samples, you come home, they have their pressed out in perfect to do whatever they got to do. The real trick and the real deal is what happens when you get it home and you put it on your machine. That's the real world testing, right? So same results, utilizing the same time, same tactics. Of course, they were using an air auto. I have a regular clamshell, so the pressure here different than the pressure there, but I kind of asked them at the time, okay, so what's the pressure you're using? How does that translate to what I'm using, you know, on a manual press? So adjusted the press, perfect results, man. I'm like, okay, so this is the first one, right? Second one I did, perfect results. I was like, all right, now we're going somewhere. Third test, perfect results. I was like, okay, screen print puff vinyl is, puff 3D is the way to go. Okay, stay away from the vinyl. Vinyl will make you crazy. You can get good results, but I guarantee it's the puffiness, it won't be as good as the screen print that they've dialed in. Now, you know, I do recommend one vinyl, and it probably would be Econo Puffs vinyl, Econo Transfer, their puff vinyl. They make a decent one. Stahls makes a decent puff vinyl. We will be throwing some vinyl on our website that you can purchase. And again, this is vinyl that we've done thorough testing on to where we're getting good results and we're getting good times on all of them. So we found a vinyl where you can be using this vinyl or this vinyl or that vinyl or this other vinyl, and all the temperatures are the same. They're all 300. A lot of times, same pressure. So we weren't dealing with having to adjust all these different times and pressures for every single vinyl. It was almost compatible with all the vinyls down the line, and we like that. Sorry, my voice has been a little scratchy. I think it's just sinus season. I'm sure this isn't helping. But this has probably been the most talking I've done in a minute too. All right, and then of course the last question we had here was, have you ever used Brick 1000 on caps? I have not. So I think that's it for questions as far as people were asking. Let me see here. Again, if you guys need the hat guides, you now can purchase these directly through me on Instagram. Okay, so I'll be looking for you guys on Instagram. If you guys need hat patches, you guys can order directly with me through Instagram. So catch me on Instagram because that's where I'm typically posting a lot of stuff. I just decided to go live real quick because I needed to, you know, catch up on some questions, and I wanted to be able to answer some questions that were out there and stuff in regards to what's been going on. So we're doing, like I said, we're doing a lot of custom engraving. So even other stuff, keychains, wood signs, acrylic. We're going to be doing acrylic patches. So where did it go? Right here. So we got this brass metal looking stuff. You see that? So this is acrylic, but we're going to be doing some custom stuff. This laser engraves black. We're going to be doing some stuff like that on hats. Okay. Custom designs. They even have this stuff in like a brushed nickel, stainless steel colors, aluminum colors. Really got some tricked out stuff with this stuff that, again, we're going to be putting on hats. I mean, this stuff looks like, I think this one was antique brass or something like that. Just insane stuff. I look at it and it looks exactly like metal. I mean, I can't tell, but that's going to be going on hat patches pretty soon. So we're going to have that available for you guys as well. So hopefully I answered you guys' questions there. Magnetic kit Colt. Oh, here's another question. I have been using Transfer Express for a few years now for all my custom transfers. Looks like Supreme makes some high quality transfers too. Do you know if they offer a sample pack to test them out? They do not. I think they're working on a mega pack. It's kind of like a vendor pack where it might have a bunch of stuff. Here's the thing with Supreme Screen Service. When you have a wholesale license and you sign up on their website, they give you, I think it's either 20 or 25. Don't quote me on that, but it's somewhere in that number. They give that to you for free in bonus bucks to where you could spend that money and get your own samples. Okay. It's free money. They just give it to you, and you can earn points for every time you order. You earn points that you can apply towards future purchases. So that's way more than any company that doesn't have wholesale. They don't even give that to you. You can order a free sample, yeah, and they'll send you this tiny little sample, but typically those samples are perfect, right? Here you now have the opportunity to create some transfers yourself of what you want. Maybe some hat logos. How many hat logos can you buy with a free $25 or $20 credit, right? You're instantly going to make a few $100 just with that alone. So in that regard, you could tell Pat at Supreme, thank you. But they do give you Magnet Kit Cult. They do give you those transfers, those Supreme bucks that you can get your own transfer. I like to do that personally. I don't like to ask companies, oh, can you send me some free samples? I don't like to do that, because what happens is if they know who I am, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to send me the best of the best transfers. They're going to really, eyeball them things. I don't like doing that. I will just secretly go on their website and order transfers. That way I could see, what they're really about. How are they really coming at me, when they don't know who I am and they're sending me transfers. I've done that before with, other companies, big companies, starts with an S, and I get the transfers and they're jacked up. Now had they known who I was before that, do you think they would have did that? No, probably not. So there we go, guys. Okay, we're good on questions. All this other stuff is just old. So up and coming, guys, more hat videos. So we're going to be doing some more reviews on some hats. This gray on gray truckers. We're going to be doing some cool reviews on different hats that we've gotten in recently. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that Prestige R2 unboxing. I think you guys are really going to like that DTF machine, because I'm pretty excited about that. So the great thing about that is, like, whenever I have an idea in my head or I need something fast that needs to be done, I could just crawl from the bedroom to the shop, hit it real quick, and boom. Or if I have a concept I need to create, like I just got this thing in my mind, I need to create this concept real quick and get an idea of what it's going to look like. This machine is going to help me do that. This machine is going to help me create so many hat patches, having this machine that's small form factor, but it's industrial quality. It's like commercial ready. It's going to help me do things at a commercial level. So just about losing my voice here. So I think I'm out. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Even though, I didn't expect a whole lot of people coming on here, but the people that I am getting, I'm very appreciative of. So subscribe if you're not subscribed, and look out for some of those feature videos. Hopefully, I'm hoping Essential Print Supply will be done within the next couple weeks. The company I'm using, Web to Ink, they've kind of been just lacking on getting some things done. I think they're either shorthanded or they're going through some stuff. I don't know, but it's been affecting me, my business, and it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So, they've got what I've needed to create a website that helps you guys design better and create your patches or create your shirts, your hoodies, whatever, quicker, faster, and more efficiently. So that's why I'm utilizing this company. Belly canvas are next level, hands down. I got nothing against Bella Canvas. I love them, but for a guy like me, you know, broad shoulders, you know, bigger arms, bigger chest, you know, whatever. In my opinion, Bella Canvas, unless you're a super beef head and you're just big muscles, might fit you better if you're looking for the tighter fit. Next level to me, just it's like between designer and street. It's like fashion street slash designer. Sleeves are a little bit longer. I mean, Bella Canvas, I think their sleeves are up here. So I think as far as fitment for guys, I think personally Next Level is better. I remember when Next Level years and years and years and years ago, I went to my local indoor swap meet. My boy was there. He had a little print shop, whatever, he did embroidery. He's like, hey, bro, because I always had problems finding shirts that fit me because of the broad shoulders. I was a little bit bigger back then. And he goes, I got a shirt for you I want you to check out. It was Next Level. And it was, I think, the 3600 Next Level. And that was it. I was a Next Level fan from that day forward. That was it. So I absolutely have loved the way they taper, the way they fit. Decorating them is awesome. They're light enough to where they feel good. Bella Canvas has never, in my opinion, they're more like Hollywood fashion, maybe higher level labels like Calvin Klein, you know, those type companies. They're more designed for that. They're more like fashion apparel. They're more trendy, you know, and the Next Level is just like, you know, they have a little bit of everything. So again, the way I came to those conclusions, I bought some samples here, I bought some samples there from different companies to figure out what I liked, from Gildan to Next Level to All Made. All Made makes some good stuff too, but they're more on the pricey end. And even AAA, which was, who was AAA? I think now All Style, which now they've been bought out by Gildan, and I think they're called American Apparel now. So American Apparel is great. That's what I use for streetwear, and then Next Level pretty much for everything else. But again, certain companies will have better stuff. Like Bella Canvas might make a better woman's racerback or women's shirts versus Next Level women's shirts, and then Next Level might make better men's shirts versus Bella Canvas men's shirts. So it's really tapered based on your style. So that's what I would say for you. But my ultimate answer, Next Level. All right, you guys. Thanks for joining. I'm out. I think my voice is getting scratchy enough. So we'll catch you on the next one. I'm actually going to go and finish editing some videos and then pop a video up here on our on pressing patches, and then I'm going to be uploading one on pressing hot peel, the new hot peel that we got. So actually, I have the shirt. So here's the hot peel, guys. This is the hot peel. You see that detail in that hot peel. So this is the new Supreme Color Pro hot peel transfer, 10 seconds. If I had this design to do over again, I would knock out all the black in the design so that the black of the shirt comes through. I didn't design that, but somebody else did. When it comes to DTF, anytime you can knock out colors, do it. Here's another shirt. This is all hot peel that we were testing. Again, look at the detail, the vibrancy in the colors. Just super, super vibrant colors, really accurate colors. Gradients are just crazy good. And again, right here. So, just really good colors, man. All of these 10 seconds. Peels like butter. Peels like butter. I mean, it puts a lot of these other transfers to shame. You don't even need a blowgun. So, till next video, guys. My name is James. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for joining.